Whoa, hello. All right, so we're finally at the end of. We're at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I am at the end of my cards. I have no other playing cards to show you after this video, unless more are sent in the Dinosaur Dracula pack. He will be sending one out this month. So be excited. There will be more on the way. There's definitely more going to be coming. Um, so one quick thing about playing cards is they've always been a really awesome part of my life. Like, comic books, VHS tapes, video games. And there's just a lot of nostalgia in it for me. Not just from a hobby viewpoint, but also just from like a memory viewpoint. Because, I grew up in a pretty rough, pretty rough childhood. My parents just didn't get along. And, not to go into super details, but, they argued a lot and they fought a lot. And to have to always be around that, was a huge bummer. So, I was always looking for other outlets, and action figures were cool, but they could only hold your, attention for so long, cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, movies and stuff like that. But I had this really cool neighbor who, was years older than me, so many years older than me. He was like a teenager, I guess, by the time I was like 5, 6, 7. So he was going through the phase of getting rid of all his stuff that he didn't want anymore. And he had Ninja Turtle playing cards. And he began giving them to me sort of as a gift slash surprise. And he would take them and rubber band them and wrap them in a paper and leave them in the door or mailbox, or like we had these the way the doors were set at the old house in Philadelphia. There was sort of like a lip around like where the screen was, so you could like slip an envelope or something like that. So he would leave the cards in this little package in the door, or in the screen, and it was cool. And I would remember waking up and running to the front door and like swinging it open and looking for the playing cards. And it was great because it was like Christmas morning or like my birthday, like what was I going to get, what cards was he going to send me. And they were Ninja Turtle playing cards, and they were phenomenal, they were amazing. And unfortunately I don't have any of them anymore. Like, things disappear. I held on to a lot of stuff from my childhood as best as I could, but not everything, And at that point, I was really young. Like, I was maybe, like I said, 5, 6, 7, maybe even younger, maybe 4 or 5. Like, I was a little kid at that point. So anything to distract me from my parents not getting along was like awesome, and that was one of them. Those cards meant a lot to me, and it was great. It was really cool, and I loved them. And they were fucking Ninja Turtles, like what's not to like? And I wish I still had those cards, but I'm thankful that I have the memory of waking up and finding those cards. And then when I found out that my neighbor stopped doing it, or he ran out of them or whatever, it was kind of sad, because like I didn't understand like why did the cards stop? Why didn't he not give me any more? And he either didn't have any more to give me, or he gave me all the doubles that he had or something like that. But it was cool. It was neat, and to have somebody do something like that for you, because I didn't really know him that well and we weren't like close friends or anything. He was just my neighbor, but the fact that he did something like that for me was like really touching. So I hope you enjoyed this story. Actually, I think I'm gonna end here because I feel like this video is gonna be like ridiculously long if I start showing you cards. But thank you for listening to that story, and I'll make sure that I post that this is like a special story, so you can skip it for those who haven't watched it yet. Hopefully, unless you need to watch something to help you fall asleep. Maybe this is a very boring story. So either way, though, playing cards, man, they're awesome. Nostalgia, great memories. For me, looking back, really happy, and it's cool that like I have that happening again now with the whole Dinosaur Dracula mailbox. I mean, mail package because it's like that feeling of like, ooh, what's going to be in the box and what cards am I going to get this time, and like, you know, that feeling of like opening the package for the first time and seeing those cards, because I feel like he did give me some Ninja Turtle cards that were new in the package, maybe. So anyway, that's my playing card story for you. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.